What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Moonstone Energy, okay, also known as Christina. I almost forgot my name, but yeah, I just wanted to do a special video today. Basically I wanted to talk about my 5 favorite spiritual books at this time that have pretty much helped me to study and learn and develop my my skills and become more, spiritually in tune with myself, as well as my ancestors, spirit guides. So I'm gonna start off with the one I always talk about. It's gonna be obvious, but I'm gonna start off with an astrology book, because let me tell you, this book right here, it not only helped me to identify where I was messing up, like with myself, like relationship wise, friendship wise, that sort of thing. It also helped me to like reflect back on the mistakes that I made, growing up with people that I knew, that type of thing. So, and it essentially helped me to learn more about myself so I don't make the same mistakes twice. It's this one. It is Astrology for Real Relationships, and it's by Jessica Ledoux and T. Greenaway. This one right here, it breaks everything down by long-term relationships. What else? Long-term relationships, hanging out and dating, friends and chosen family. And it also goes into like the different houses, the moon signs, the first house, the third house, Venus, Saturn. It gets very, very, very detailed, very educational. So I highly recommend this book right here, because it absolutely will help you not only learn more about yourself and basically help you with some shadow work, to be honest with you. It also helps you to get a little bit more in tuned and learn a little bit more about astrology in general, so you know like what houses govern different things. And I love that. So that's the first one. The second one that I love is a Hoodoo book. Well, it's a book about Hoodoo. It just helps with essentially teaching you how to protect yourself, protective magic, banishing negative energy, warding off unpleasant people. And also this book right here, it helps with like, I don't know, it was just very informative for me, and it went into detail about different like different types of attachments, bewitched products, what is it? It's encountering attached, possessed, and bewitched objects. It really dived deep into different things and how negative energy can impact you spiritually, and it also tells you how to get rid of it. And the name of that book is this one, Hoodoo Cleansing and Protection Magic by Miss Ida. I like this one here. Very informative. I took this down there when I went on vacation. I took it with me and I read it. It's very good. Recommend that one. Next, so it's another Hoodoo book that I actually started off reading before I got the Miss Ida's book. And this book right here, this is a beginner Hoodoo book. Like, well, it's called Hoodoo for Beginners, but it just glazes over a couple different topics. It's a thin book. You can get through it quickly within a couple of hours if you actually sit down and read it, to be honest with you. But this one just gives you like, it's like an intro to Hoodoo type of thing. Like, how you have an intro to computers type of course in college, that type of thing. This is called Hoodoo for Beginners, Working Magic, Spells, and Root Work, and Conjure with Roots, Herbs, Candles, and Oils by Angelique Ballard. This is a good one. Very first one that I've read. Highly recommend this one. It makes it easy so you can understand different things, so it's not like overwhelming all at one time. And that's what I love about it. Where is it? Oh, and it also has there was also a portion of the book that really like caught my eye, and it spoke to graveyard dirt. There was a point in time when I collected graveyard dirt from my family's plot, and I recall when I read the portion of the book about the dirt, there's this one girl that I saw this video. She said she went to a metaphysical shop and they sold graveyard dirt, and I'm like, how do you sell graveyard dirt? Like, whose grave did you get this from? Like, do you know this person? Do you know what type of person they were in life? How do you figure that they were? How do you know if they want to help you? How do you? Anyway, this one right here. The next book, it's going to be another Hoodoo book. So this book here, I read these two. Basically, I bought these two at the same time. And they talk about a lot of different things, and they're very interesting. This is another book you can get through pretty quickly. It talks about a lot of things, and it's very beginner friendly when it comes to like conjure, and it also talks about the power of dirt. Principles of Conjure has the Bible verses, the book of Psalms, some verses from the book of Psalms in the book as well. But this one right here, Working Conjure, A Guide to Hoodoo Folk Magic. This one right here, definitely recommend, definitely helped me to become more learned on the topic of conjure and, just doing different workings. And lastly, this one here, I would say, out of all the books that I have on Hoodoo and Conjure and Folk Magic, I would say this one has to be one of my favorites out of all of those. And this one, I mean, like all the books that I have, obviously they're like intro and just, going over the basics of things. You can also go on Amazon and get other books that go more into like specific things, like if you're trying to do like a hex or a curse type of thing, or a love spell. They have those out there, but these are the ones that actually just basically glaze over different topics. But this one here is a thick one. It goes into a lot about voodoo and hoodoo. Talks about spiritual baths. It also speaks to the different orishas and saints that are revered in voodoo. And let me see here. And it starts off like really educational. Like it tells you, it's like, what is New Orleans voodoo hoodoo? It talks about gree-grees. Talks about foot magic, the voodoo pantheon, prayers, candle magic. It even goes into floor washes and I saw let me go back. It has different amulets in here, like protection amulets, like veves and stuff like that. But where is it? There is this curse in here, like a Marie Laveau curse. I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't know who ever needed to use that, but don't fuck with them. Shit. I read that. I was like, whoa, that is intense. You better be sure when you use that one. It looks I found it. It's called The Curse of Marie Laveau. And I say, you know what? Let me just skip over that one. But anyway, this one right here, Voodoo Hoodoo. The Voodoo Hoodoo Spell Book by Denise Alvarado. This was very informational for me. I love it. These two together and, bounce material off each other, compare, contrast. But I really enjoyed these two books together for me personally. They're very resourceful, especially if I'm looking for something, if I'm about to do a spell. It just helps me to understand things and what I need to do. And as far as me planning out whatever spell work that I'm trying to do. But I really, really enjoyed these three together. Well, these two together. But yeah, so those are my top 5 spiritual books that I've been loving as of late. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.